Hey, everyone. You won't believe what just happened in the final episode of MobLand Season 1. I mean, right from the start, I was on the edge of my seat. You might think you know who the mole is in the Harrigan family, but trust me, it's someone you never saw coming. So if you're ready to dive into every twist, every shocking moment, and get a clear picture of how this all went down, stay with me. By the time we're done, you're going to feel like you've lived through the whole thing with them. Let's get into it. Okay, let's set the stage. The episode is called The Beast in Me, and it opens with this kind of eerie calm. Johnny Cash's The Beast in Me is playing. If you've heard that song, you know it's intense. It sets the tone. The Harrigan family is reeling. Conrad and Maeve are in custody. Kevin and Harry, well, they're scrambling, trying to figure out how to survive. They know there's a rat in their crew, feeding info to Richie Stevenson. And with their parents locked up, it's like the whole family is hanging by a thread. You can feel the tension in every scene. So let's break down what happens. First, we see Kevin in this cold, stark prison cell, talking to a guard. The guard is the guy who raped him years ago. That is heavy. Kevin's raw. He's telling the guard, "You made me this way." He confesses all this pain he's carried. That scene is so important because it shows how deep Kevin's anger runs. He's not just mad at the world, he's mad at the men who hurt him. And you can see that anger fuel his determination. It's what makes him say, "I'm taking over this family now." Meanwhile, back at the safe house, the rest of the Harrigans are safe for the moment. But they're all waiting to find out who the mole is. Everyone's looking at each other, sizing each other up. Maeve and Conrad, in their separate cells, are getting processed. We see Conrad's face twitch. He knows his empire is slipping away. Maeve's calm, almost smug. She's got that look like she's 2 steps ahead. But they don't know exactly what's happening on the outside yet. Kevin and Harry are hustle mode. They need to get answers. They need to find the person betraying them. Then comes the moment we've all been waiting for, the reveal. The rat is O'Hara, the family lawyer. Lisa Dwan brings O'Hara to life so perfectly here. She's been playing both sides, feeding info to Richie about the Harrigans. The moment Kevin tells Harry, "It was O'Hara all along," my jaw dropped. I mean, it makes sense in a twisted way. O'Hara's smart, and she's playing for the winning team. But she's the last person you'd look at, right? She's standing there in her suit, acting all innocent, but inside, she's leaking everything. Harry doesn't kill her right away, though. He wants to use her later. That choice shows you just how cold and calculating he can be. He knows she's worthless once the job is done, but for now, she's useful bait. At this point, Kevin lays it out for Conrad. In this prison room, Kevin looks his dad in the eyes and drops truth bombs. He reminds Conrad that Archie was never the rat. He points fingers at Conrad and Maeve, saying, "You guys turned me into this monster." That's a gut punch. Imagine your own kid telling you that your failures drove him to become a killer. You see Brosnan's face on one side, he's furious. On the other, he's heartbroken. That tension is real. And then Kevin pulls no punches, "I'm taking over this family." That line stings because it's so final. The old king is dethroned. The crown goes to Kevin. At the same time, there's a scene with Eddie and Maeve. Eddie is at this crossroads. He's learning he's not who he thought he was. Maeve spills that he's her son, and his real father is Conrad, not Harry. It's like an emotional bomb goes off. Eddie's eyes fill with confusion and rage. Maeve tells him to kill Harry and Serafina. She's got him under her thumb. For a second, you think Eddie might come back from the edge. He even hugs his mom, and it feels like maybe love will win. But then, out of nowhere, he tries to strangle her. When Kiko and Zasha step in, it's a shock. That's the moment you see Eddie's soul is slipping away. He's blinded by hate and betrayal. Maeve's love can't reach him. That scene shows you the cost of family betrayal. It's heartbreaking and terrifying at the same time. With all that drama laid out, we move into the real action, the final battle. Kevin and Harry know they have to hit Richie's crew hard. It starts with Alice's death. Alice is one of the last innocents, really. She overhears something she shouldn't have, and Colin kills her. That moment felt like a gut punch because Alice wasn't a monster. Colin kills her, then calls Richie, "It's done. Over to you." It's like dropping a bomb. The scale of this war is massive. You feel the consequences of war, even for innocent bystanders. Harry's plan? Genius and ruthless. He uses O'Hara's betrayal to set Richie up. O'Hara gives away the safe house location, but it's a trap. Richie's men head to O'Hara's office thinking Harry's there. Meanwhile, Harry and Kevin roll into Richie's hideout. The betrayal is beautiful in a twisted sense. When Richie's guys realize they've been duped, it's too late. Paul blows up O'Hara's office in this starkly comedic way. He's giving a speech, but the bomb is slow to go off. And you watch that explosion and think, dang, that's cold. And then Harry and Kevin burst into Richie's place. O'Hara tries to shield Richie, but Harry fires without hesitation. Boom. O'Hara is dead. That moment shows Harry has no mercy for traitors. Kevin then stands over Richie and says, "The Harrigans say hello," before pulling the trigger. It's the end of an era. The camera cuts back to the safe house, where kids like Kiko and Zasha are holding their own, taking out Richie's men. But one of Richie's guys manages a shot and kills Kiko. That stinger reminds us, nobody wins these wars without a cost. You feel that loss deep down, especially if you've been watching Kiko's journey all along. It's tragedy wrapped in triumph. Now the dust settles. In prison, Maeve and Conrad are having their own power talk on the phone. Maeve's like, "I'm Mother Nature, only the strong survive." Conrad's on the hook, but he loves her for that madness. You realize these two are a dangerous combo. Meanwhile, Harry and Kevin have recordings of conversations with Alice. They could drop those tapes anytime to destroy Maeve and Conrad's legacy completely. They're hanging this threat over their heads. It's like a loaded gun waiting to go off. Then there's Harry meeting Kat McAllister. Kat's this big-time figure out to take down the Harrigans. She tries to recruit Harry, but he tells her to pick a ship or plane, basically mocking her. That conversation hints at future battles. Kat pretends not to know Serafina, but she does. It's a subtle trap that suggests Harry might be missing something important. It's another layer of tension, another shoe ready to drop in Season 2. Meanwhile, Kevin goes to Bella. He needs to know she's with him. She tells him she stands with him. Then she confesses something heavy. She's known about Kevin's rape all along and had her own trauma. Her dad abused her. That shared vulnerability brings them closer. They stand united, and you can almost feel their love through the screen. It's that beat of humanity in all this blood and violence. That moment is a breath of fresh air amid the chaos. You realize these characters aren't just monsters, they're human beings with broken hearts. Then Harry's relationship with Jan falls apart. Jan is at her limit. She tries to push Harry, accidentally stabs him in the chest. He doesn't pull out the blade, so he's alive, but that moment nearly breaks him. You see tears in his eyes. That's new for Harry, this guy who's been cold as ice. Maybe he finally understands you can't solve everything with violence. That accident might be the start of his redemption, or it could just fuel more rage. We don't know. Back in his cell, Conrad's actually getting respect from other prisoners. He's found a strange peace behind bars. It makes you wonder if being a kingpin suited him more than being a free man. He's in his element, loved and feared. But time in a cage changes you. That ending shot of Conrad clapping in prison? Chilling and telling. So, what does all this mean for Season 2? Everything's up in the air. Kevin and Harry have the top spot right now, but their partnership could crack any second. Maeve and Conrad are plotting their comeback from inside. Eddie's on a path of no return, fully drenched in bloodlust. Serafina's loyalty is shaky. Will she stay with Harry or flip to Maeve and Conrad? And Kat McAllister is still out there, scheming. Plus, we have those Alice tapes ready to ruin lives. Season 2 promises more violence, more betrayal, maybe even more heartbreak. You feel like you've just scratched the surface of this crime family universe. Now, if you're thinking, hey, what about Serafina? She's been the rock for Harry, but with all this chaos, her trust might waver. Will she stay with Harry after he killed O'Hara? Will she stand by him when the tapes drop? So many questions. And Kiko's gone, so who's left to take her place? Maybe Zasha steps up. That kid has fire in her eyes. I can't wait to see how she grows. The biggest reveal is O'Hara. That betrayal cuts deep because she was family not by blood, but by loyalty. She was supposed to protect the Harrigans with valid legal advice, not serve as a spy for Richie. When she handed over the safe house location, you saw Harry's eyes go cold. He was like, I told you I'd handle this. That moment proves Harry is one of the smartest minds in this game. He thought ahead, built a plan that used O'Hara's betrayal against Richie. It's like killing two birds with one bullet. He got revenge on Richie and sent O'Hara to her death. But I have to ask, is Harry proud of that? Or did he feel even a sliver of guilt? When he shot O'Hara, his face was unreadable. You wonder if this will haunt him later. Kevin's rise to power is just as fascinating. Remember him as the quiet kid who kept to himself? By the end, he's standing over Richie, calling shots. He's embraced his inner beast. But with Bella knowing his darkest secret and loving him anyway, it's like he has a tether to humanity. She might keep him from becoming a total monster. But in a family like the Harrigans, that tether is thin. One wrong move, and he could snap. And Conrad, sitting in that prison, he's plotting. He knows he lost, but he's still feeling the thrill of power. He's thinking, how do I turn this around? That mentality could lead to insane alliances inside. Prison alliances are dangerous. He could team up with corrupt guards, other crime bosses, who knows? He's a survivor. That season finale hints that Conrad's not done. Let's talk about Maeve. She's the puppet master, calling the shots from prison. She literally tells Eddie, kill your brother. And Eddie nearly does it. That's cold. Maeve's psychology is twisted. She loves chaos. She thrives on testing people to see how far they'll go. I keep thinking about her comparing herself to Mother Nature like a force you can't control. If she stays alive, she'll be a bigger threat next season. Conrad's love for her could be his downfall if he forgets to guard his own throne. Before we wrap up, I want to highlight one more thing, the emotional arcs. Kiko's death is a gut punch because you see her hope, her loyalty. She believed in Harry and Kevin. Her loss is a reminder this story isn't just about muscle and money, it's about real lives. When Kiko died, I felt like I lost a friend. That's powerful storytelling. And Jan stabbing Harry, that was crazy. She's been through so much, and when she admitted I can't do this anymore, you felt her pain. She wasn't a criminal, she was a person. That moment when she stabbed Harry felt like a release of all her fear and rage. For Harry, that's a turning point. Maybe he sees the damage he's done, that violence destroys everything around him. Or maybe it pushes him to double down. We'll have to watch. Okay, let's pull this together. MobLand Season 1 ends with Kevin and Harry on top but standing on quicksand. Maeve and Conrad are biding their time. Eddie's somewhere between evil and heartbreak. Serafina is torn between family and love. Kat McAllister is lurking, waiting to strike. And every single character has blood on their hands. The war is far from over. So if you're feeling all the feels right now, confused, sad, excited, maybe a little scared, you're not alone. This finale was built to leave you breathless. It's a cliffhanger that sets up a powder keg for Season 2. If you thought the first 9 episodes were intense, buckle up. The next season is going to blow your mind. Now here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment with your thoughts on O'Hara's betrayal. Were you shocked? Did you see any clues earlier? I want to hear your theories about where Eddie goes from here. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're hyped for Season 2. It really helps this channel grow, and I love reading every single comment. Don't be shy, let's build this community together. If you haven't already, subscribe for more deep dives like this. I've got so many videos coming, character breakdowns, episode recaps, hidden details you might have missed. Trust me, you won't want to miss any of it. If you're new here, welcome. We're all fans of MobLand, and we're in this together. Make sure to tell me your theories on who's going to win the next power struggle. Will Kevin stay on top? Will Maeve pull the strings from prison? Or is Conrad about to make his miraculous comeback? And what about Serafina, will her loyalty break? I want to read every thought. Also, let's remember to support each other. If you're feeling as emotionally wrung out as I am, it's okay. This show hits hard. Chat with me below about how these moments affected you. Let's be a safe space to talk about these dark themes. You're not alone in how you feel. We're a family here, just like the Harrigans, except hopefully with way less violence. So lend an ear if someone needs to vent. Before I go, let me share my final predictions. I think Kevin and Harry will start squabbling as soon as the dust settles. Kevin wants a normal life with Bella, and Harry wants total control. That's a recipe for disaster. I think Maeve will somehow manipulate a prison guard to leak info, reigniting the war. Eddie could end up joining Kat, because Kat knows how to push his buttons. Serafina, I think she might flip. She's been hurt by Harry's choices. She might find solace with Conrad or even Kat. Who knows? But if Season 2 is half as good as this finale, we're in for a ride. Alright, fam. That's it for today's breakdown. If you got to the end, give yourself a pat on the back. That was a lot to cover. I poured my heart into this video because this finale deserves it. Thank you for watching, thank you for being part of this community, and most of all, thank you for being real about how this show makes you feel. We're all in this together. So, until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the comments. Peace.